Hi everyone, it's Phil Latwan with Exchange Resources. I wanted to share something that's on my mind and on my heart today that it would greatly affect you if you're not aware of it. Recently, the White House handed down something called the American Families Plan. What it is, it's a big-time tax increase program that Congress is going to need to vote on one way or the other. That voting that they will be doing will happen sometime in the not-so-distant future. I want to talk with you a little bit about what's inside of that American Families Plan. Number one is the elimination of the 1031 tax-deferred exchange. Now, I want you to think about that. 100 years ago this year, Congress gave us the 1031 exchange for the purpose of deferring, not tax-free to the rich, but for the purpose of deferring somebody who has a rental or an investment property to move it around to a different one so they can improve their quality of life. That's what the 1031 exchange is all about, deferring the tax from a sale to a purchase. So the bottom line is that Congress is being asked to eliminate this by the White House. We hope that you'll say no and tell Congress through our website, www.1031taxreform.com, that's 1031taxreform.com, that this is a bad idea for the economy. It's going to slow down the number of listings and new sales. It's going to slow down the amount of purchases. It's also going to wipe out the accommodation industry as well as greatly reduce the amount of listings and purchases, the amount of escrows and closings, the amount of title insurance policies that will be issued, the amount of other business that will be generated by appraisers and inspectors and lenders. It's just a real downer on the economy. And the U.S. Treasury will get less revenue because more people will not sell. And that's the bottom line. And by the way, transfer taxes will not happen for those counties. And the cities that charge a transfer tax, they won't collect the money either. So where's that cash and revenue going to come from for them? They want to eliminate the 1031 exchange or even greatly reduce the amount that you can exchange. It's not good. It's not healthy for the Treasury Department or for America. Number two, they're also asking to increase the capital gains tax, which now has a cap of 20%, to a cap of 39.6%. 39.6. That's effectively almost doubling the capital gains tax. Can you imagine people who want to sell their homes or their second homes or vacation homes or even their rental properties and get stuck with a tax like that? That's just the federal end of things. There are other taxes that have to be paid as well, including state taxes. That will greatly reduce the amount of transactions, which will ultimately produce less money in transfer taxes and recording fees and Treasury Department taxes to the United States Treasury. Number three, this proposal under the American Families Plan is going to eliminate the stepped-up basis. That's very disconcerting. And the reason why it is because as a beneficiary, if we have the honor to be able to receive a property from a deceased loved one, we receive the property not at their very, very low cost basis, but at the value at the date of passing. Under this American Families Plan, they're going to change that. I will inherit the property based on the low basis and purchase price of what the deceased acquired for. And if they've had pulled money out of it or have a reverse mortgage or just taking cash out, the bottom line is I may have to pay taxes out of my pocket just to unload the property. Folks, these three items alone, and there are lots of others under the American Families Plan, is going to slow down the economy, is definitely going to cause recession and job losses, which means there will be less revenue paid to the Treasury Department and to the local state authorities, and in addition to that, will create more unemployment. It's a bad idea. It's going to hurt real estate which is the #1 revenue puller from the American economy, the transaction and the sale and purchase of real estate. So please join me and so many of others to say no. And by going to www.1031taxreform.com, I'll say it again, it's www.1031taxreform.com. You'll go to the one section where it allows you to speak to Congress. It'll give you to your local congressional leaders and your senatorial leaders to let the House of Representatives and the Senate know to please, respectively, vote no on the American Families Plan. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope you have a good day.